Good morning, my shining stars. How are you doing today? Myself, I'm doing alright. I will say this real quick before I start. I apologize that I missed last week's video. I was going to be doing a recording, but my mentality was pretty well shattered after an event that happened. For the purposes of keeping this more child-friendly, not really child-friendly, family-friendly, PG-13, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because I don't aim towards kids. I don't care who watches these. It's directed to general audience, honestly. But for the purposes of keeping my personal business out of my channel, like my really personal business out of my channel, I'm not going to say what happened. Just that it had a very significant and substantial effect on my mentality to the degree that I could not concentrate, did not have the will to record anything. As it is December 5th when I'm recording this. And no, that's not wine. This is like the Welsh is sparkling, non-alcoholic juice stuff, just red grape. So yeah, 3 days ago, I turned 25. Anyway, but you're not here for that. You're here to learn more on how I speedrun. So let's go through Ridley's Lair and Tourian. So, first things first. I stocked up on supers just to break that. Actually, having that broken is not a bad idea anyway. Bap. Now, right here, second tile, there is a missile block, and then you fire the wave beam straight up. Now I do this because otherwise I'm going to forget later. Again, as you see, a lot of my speedrun tricks really derived from two basic abilities: wall jumping and bomb jumping. Shines right there. Now, bear this in mind, there is a 4-block gap right in front of that energy tank. Before you drop, you want to keep that in mind, grab the E-tank, or you can come from behind. Now here's something important. See this enemy? You gotta kill it, and it needs to drop something. So if it doesn't drop anything, go back and reload the room. Collect its drop. I'm going to show you how to get into this faster. It's called ice clipping. So 2 of the bugs, freeze them right over. Okay, so you take 2 of the bugs, freeze them directly over that. Jump onto them without destroying them. go into your morph ball, bomb, and crouch before the bomb explodes. And it will clip you below that below the speed boost blocks. That is something I call ice clipping. There we go. All that is really just a bit of a morph ball, missile, etc. puzzle. Going to morph ball. It's just easier to avoid the map that way. And yeah, if you want to skip a big part of this room, that's how you do it. There is a kind of path on either side, actually. The left side allows you to kind of just build a charge and shine spark across the entire room. The right side is the one that you need to worry about for two of the most difficult missiles to get in the entire game. And it all starts right here. You gotta be fast. Build a shine charge and store it in the save room. Build shine charge, store it. Recharge shine charge in the save room and store it before you hit the wall. Then jump up. This is why screw attack is really good to have before Ridley, because some of these enemies are a pain. Now, this is an interesting room. This takes a not screw attack, but a speed booster to get into. This is a morph ball bomb block trail. So to do this is simple. Timing. Let's watch and learn. If you need to slow it down, feel free. Make sure you are crouched when you're going into that, because otherwise you won't be able to grab onto the edge here. Now here's a bomb. Now you drop a bomb here. Stay in morph ball until you get onto the other side of the wall in the middle. And then proceed to wall jump and to do your best to maintain your position as seen. Wow. I'm not always perfect. I will be the first to admit. But that's how you're supposed to do it. You use your wall jump to maintain position above the pit blocks, because everything below here is pit blocks. Which leads you to the second. This one's a little bit trickier. Shine spark directly up, and I'll show you what this room's all about. So this is a missile. Now this one's tricky. You need to have wave beam in order to handle this. You need to be firing wave beam and fire your missile And you have to jump here at the exact right time. I can't really explain, but you'll feel how the timing works. Just watch. Watch careful. Fire, fire, missile. So it's fire, fire, then missile. And you gotta be careful with your timing. Fire, fire, missile. It's because I'm talking, but I generally have a pretty good sense for when I need to be firing. Rapid firing will make you lose your time. And the timing for your jump is very, very intricate. It's very much split-second timing. Like, this is what the path will almost always look like when you're doing it. You can't shine spark because these blocks block you in, and all of this is speed booster blocks. And you just speed boost out. So, to avoid a lot of the enemies, I like to pretty much just screw attack underneath. And to avoid yourself grabbing, you just start a spin jump, and as soon as you're jumping, just release the directional button. You'll keep spinning. This is a super missile. There we go. This is tricky. There's a couple of ways to do this. You can either just jump for it, use your wall jump, or use your ice speed. I prefer to jump for it because it's a bit faster, but sometimes that just doesn't work out as well. And that's okay. But that leads to a missile, a super missile, and 3 regular missiles coming up right here. That's 1, 2, 3. Now the important thing to remember here is these pit blocks are delay pit blocks, whereas the ones on the far end, like right underneath the tunnel, are not delay. So you can still grab onto the delay pit blocks for a second, and that's just enough to avoid you needing to use the morph ball launcher, which would slow you down. Okay, and from there you just drop down, go to the left. There's a save station if you need it. Boss room, as you can see. This leads to gravity suit. I don't know what's going on with that, but whatever. You're going to be relying on your supers for this. You can handle Ridley a lot faster with your super missiles. And you're going to be relying on damage boosting, so having as many energy tanks as possible is going to be important. Now run to the room, right, turn around, And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll be all of them. That's Ridley's lair dealt with. There's only one more super missile to collect in this area. It's good practice when you need to use those to platform to make them elevate just a little bit. Okay, good. And the last energy tank of this part of the game is here. There is one last mini boss I have to deal with before heading down to Tourian. And this is the point in the game where I deal with that. I'd rather have as many supers available as possible for that. I think I actually have my capacity. Yes. So, first up, if you remember at the end of the Norfair video, I fought a boss in this room right here. Where the water was, this fight right here. Come back and drop down. Follow its tunnel. You can do it right after, but it's just a little easier to do it now when you have all of the super missiles. In any case, this is a very quick and easy boss to kill. Just watch. There you go. Once you have all the super missiles you need, once you have at least 8 super missiles, you can just bring it down in one shot, in one pass, before it even has a chance to cycle. Now there's only 2 items left, I believe, I need to be collecting. Both are in Brinstar. There's a super missile and a missile tank. Now, because I have screw attack, once I'm past here, I can just screw attack right here, because those are screw attack blocks. This is a tricky shine spark to get, because of that. Sometimes, if you have the wrong timing with your screw attack, you will just catch on that lip and it will stop you. So I just wall jump back up instead of trying to maneuver my way all the way back. Because I've already gotten everything I can get right now in this area. Alright, shine, speed boost. And wall jump up. It's legitimately faster. Now this is where you get the last super missile that you can get in this part of the game. pay attention. You gotta build the shine spark, going back to the previous room, ball spark to the left, hold left, do not let go. Store, and right there you need to build your charge again. And there you go. You hold left because because over here there's a little ledge that will stop you if you're not holding it. In just a second, I'll have 100% of Brinstar. Wall jump up here, and there's a missile block. Missile tank, sorry. This provides a secondary benefit of having the Chozo statue that's right here. This one normally leads rookies to the bombs. It'll lock behind you, but that's fine. And now we're going down to Tourian. Now in a normal game, a lot of people have to go through that top route early game. It wants you to see the gate that you're going to have to go through. Me, I just skipped that entirely. But now that we're in Tourian, there is a save station. I'm not saving because I'm not stopping. I'm going until... Alright. I'm going until I beat Tourian. Now, Metroids are scary creatures. You grab one, well, they grab onto you and they will sap your energy. However, it's all about dispatching them as quickly as you can. Ice Beam and Supers. Or Ice Beam and 5 missiles. There is also a small difference in how these things work. You notice that it starts to try and thaw very, very quickly. That's because they do. They thaw much faster. And you have to be aware of that. Sometimes, when you're surrounded by Metroids, it's easiest to just let one grab you. Because only one can grab you at a time. The small problem with that is you cannot power grip while a Metroid is grabbed onto you. This is why I'm grinding for supers, because I need them. I need to cap off on super missiles. Let's see if I get enough on it. There we go. Perfect. Here's the Mother Brain fight. So there's a small trick I use. So it's four missiles and a super missile per chain. And that's that. Tourian is like easy, like one of the easiest areas in the game. There's very few enemies to get in your way, except for Rinka and Metroid, but hey. No, Toe, come on, girl. We're about done with the video in a few minutes anyway. Go. There we go. First time we've seen the ship. And the last. Oh, spoilers. And now we're going into the Zero Suit section. So, you probably saw me just kind of blitz through. Turn down the stuff audio a little bit. You probably saw me blitz through that entire section. That's because I did. As long as the only time that you really need to grind for supers is at that very end point. It's a one super, two regular to get through the Zepatites, the kind of barriers. And then when you're actually fighting Mother Brain, don't just fire supers. It's missile 4, so 4 missiles, and then a super missile. That's 9 missiles worth of damage. With that, instead of having to deal with 7 cycles, it's only 4 cycles, which speeds things up a lot. Now, we are in the stealth section of the game. I'm not doing that this part, but I will be getting to the save station, and map station even. I won't be getting a lot into the mechanics in this part, but next part is going to be the last for the Zero Mission run. Samus, though, has lost her power suit. It could well be she lost the will to fight. So, she has a couple of base abilities. She can natively use the power grip, meaning she can just natively grab up and hang onto ledges and corners. She can natively crawl. I swear to God, if I get a why can't Metroid crawl joke. And her paralyzer shot, that's what this is in canon called, will break bomb blocks. It also acts as Ice Beam, in that it will temporarily stun enemies. It won't damage them, but it will stun them. All you got is the auto-charging pistol. You stun enemies with the charge shots. They called it the Paralyzer starting in Smash Brawl. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. When Zero Suit was debuted in that game. Which was based on, at that point, only based on Zero Mission's Zero Suit, Samus. Now, you notice that charge bar under my energy tanks? It's either uncharged or it's charged. in this area, save stations will charge energy tanks. I'm gonna save here. Now, I want to challenge you guys. I want to challenge y'all. If we can get this video up to 15, that's 15 likes, I'm going to put it on my list to do a full randomizer run of this game. I may stream it onto Twitch, I'll link that, or I may just record it and put the video up. Because what I have is I've got randomizer software for multiple Metroid games, but Zero Mission is the pertinent one right now. I can set up a randomizer. So if we get this video up to 15 likes, I will run a randomized variant of Metroid Zero Mission. I will put it onto my list. I may record it for Fridays, which is kind of my flex day. But as it is, you all have a wonderful day, and you all continue to shine bright, my shining stars.